Hi guys,
I love you.
I'm Milena,
Lola.
and we're watching the last episode of Hunter x Hunter.
It's the last time they'll be seeing us.
I kind of want to take off their shirt because they are not together in this episode, and I do not accept it.
I agree with you, and I was like thinking that at the end, I'm gonna take off the shirt. They're not together anymore, but I didn't now bring this is the only place where they are together.
Exactly.
On my shirt, so I'm not removing it. They were so sad.
I wasn't
separated.
remove it anyway, but you know, yeah, they were so sad, and I was sad. I was fucking sad.
I was sadder than them. I feel like because if you were as sad as I was sad, you would not have separated.
Exactly.
You would not have done this to me.
Honestly, but like Killua has other priorities right now.
Yes.
Which just means, which is rude from Gon, not to follow him and hang out with Aloka. I mean, I'm joking. Kind of not, you know.
No, I understand them needing to go there,
as they should.
Own ways.
Of course.
It's just that I don't accept it. I understand them, but I do not support them.
Exactly what I wanted to say. I understand that it's necessary, but I do not prefer that outcome. That could have happened off screen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could have imagined it.
Oh, in the future somewhere when they are 20, maybe they're gonna
go our own ways.
Exactly.
But this is what we get. So
this is what we have to accept.
Guys, can anyone believe it's been a year and a half? It's taken us a year and a half to get to this point. And here we are now. I know it doesn't compute in my mind. That there's only 20 minutes to watch. Does not compute.
I agree. But I'm still taken aback that we saw the whole montage of them. From the first day until the...
I thought for a second that I played the wrong episode. I was like, oh my god, I accidentally played 48.
No, we have to have him and Ging now. Meet.
There's something very funny about me being the one editing this. There's something really the universe
and honestly, usually
has conspired.
She rarely edits the last episodes.
Somehow it turns out that Milena gets those episodes, and I get Ging. Honestly, poetic. Really poetic that I'm the one doing that. Finishing off with Ging. Having this conversation on top of a tree. I don't literally what is about to be decided. Now I don't think I'm seeing neither Kurapika nor Lorio. No, I don't think we'll see any of them. I guess. I
mean, I think we're seeing both of them.
I don't know.
Again, it could be just in a montage because again.
I think at the end, with Gon is maybe we see him. Maybe he goes just to visit Miso. He's telling her stories about his journey, and that's how we see a montage of all of them in the throughout the show, not in the future. Maybe.
I don't know. I'm not sure now. I'm not 100% confident just because we got that with Killua. I would love to. I would love that. Give me all of them. Give me everything. Exactly, but I could see even Leorio being a doctor or having a book in his hands, and we have a montage of that, and then Kurapika. God knows what he's doing. That's
gonna be much less happy than Lorio's.
The 100%.
Not much 100%. Less happy. This is we know this, and I don't know what I'm expecting. I don't even know what this conversation with Ging is gonna look like. I know it's not gonna be the conversation that I would have. We have established this, but it's okay.
I'm just wondering how it's gonna end.
Yeah.
I'm wondering how.
What is it called? And past and future.
I can now see it, for the future or something. See it having, their conversation ending similarly how their conversation ended about Kite, him telling him something about what he should do or giving him some wisdom. I don't know. That's how I imagine it.
I think it's the whole point of the conversation is gonna be, again, I think we talked about this just 5 minutes ago, but I forgot everything. But just about how the journey that he went on has taught him so much, and the people that he has met has taught him so much.
Despite of Ging leaving him, not because Ging. That's what I am. When you said that, I immediately thought but that sounds oh, you left me and now I got to get all this experience. No, you know what I mean? Like,
it's not like, oh, I'm
yes,
great.
You left
I could have had all these experiences with a dad next to me. You know what I mean? It's not like, I had to have either or. You know what I mean? Like, no. We'll get to fucking Jing, let me tell you. We'll definitely talk about him in the review. I just want to see how this episode goes with him and that conversation that we have been waiting for 147 episodes for. I mean, no, I have not been waiting for that. It was literally not the point of this show.
Yeah.
The point of this show has been my children going on side quests while searching for that man.
That's the problem, because like we're not finishing technically off the whole show.
No,
we're not. But like that's why
we're finishing Gon's portion, you could say.
I mean,
to a certain extent.
To a certain extent, this is his life.
Yeah.
You know, like, but like we did start the show with him looking for Jing, so we're gonna end with him.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it
does.
Make
like
sense.
We wrap it up like this. And so we could play.
Yeah.
I could prolong it more.
No,
but I just
don't look at the next picture.
I don't have nothing to tell you. You can watch. You can look. You can look. There is nothing to see. Isn't that sad? There is nothing to see.
Yeah, it is sad.
There's nothing that's gonna be next. Past and future. But future and past. I was like, I'm fast. I think that goes with my montage, everything that we have been through with our kids. In the future, we can see everyone in the future. Like future is like 2 days later, you know?
Okay.
Like, not like, 10 years later. Because I would expect that if the manga was not continuing. But the manga is continuing, so we can't see that. Okay, guys. Let's do it. It's the last one. There's nothing else to do. We can only play.
I don't even like the prolonging. Let's just play the episode and that's it. Hunter.
I don't know. Is there not even an intro? The last episode was the last time we watched the intro? Whale Island.
Really? We're gonna see
Miso! No, Mito! No!
あいつ、まだ赤ん坊だったあんたを捨てたのよ。子供を捨ててでも続けたいと思う仕事なんだね。
Wellington.
ハンターってそれだけすごい仕事なんだね。
Technically he's not even hunter anymore if he doesn't have Nan.
あんたやっぱりあいつの息子だわ。
ジンさんに認めてもらうための最終試験が彼を
To be
探し
accepted
当て
by
る
Jing.
ことなのさ。
To be accepted by
これ
Jing.
がどんな狩りより難しい。
Oh my god. He looks so
結
much.
局何が欲しいのか。
He looks showered.
捕まえてみろよ。お前もハンターなんだろ。
Oh my god, wait.
Are we gonna see something?
Stop. Why would you make me think the last time? I want to pause. Why would you make me think?
God.
I mean, maybe it is. It's just like
Maybe
now we're
it
gonna
is,
go to
maybe
him
it is,
and
yeah.
seeing Jing.
That's unfortunate.
You can't go back and forth. You can stop doing this. Can't go back and forth.
So boring. He's so boring.
That's the worst. That's the biggest problem with the Jing, that he is boring and annoying. My sweet child.
You were right. Fuck you.
It's been ages since this.
Baby boy.
One last journey while he recaps the entire journey. My sweet boy.
Oh. Oh.
Recapping that while still having a smile on your face.
Yeah.
It's like something is
I agree.
interesting to say the least.
何か特別な資格か免許がないと。
Hunt.
プロハンター？その年で？
I just need everyone to... My sweet boy. Fucking hold on with both hands and feet. Again, I just need us all to realize that a 13-year-old is climbing a tree, like,
because her father
vertically, to get to his dad. Like, I just need us all to be aware of this fact. Like, this tree, the size of this tree represents the size of this fucking show. Help. Press the button for him.
My dear boy.
Like, not even a fucking sweat on his forehead, you know what I mean? Not even phased. It's like a nest. Is there more to go now?
I thought now when we see that there is a... Yeah.
No, don't fall. Yeah, literally a nest. They're kind of cute.
よ待ちくたびれたぞ。
聞いていい？
お答えないかもしんねえけど。
ジンが欲しいものって何？
今目の前にないものだな。
目の前にないもの？
俺がハンターになろうと思ったのは、当時俺が行きたかった場所に入るのにハンターが一番現実的だったからだ。その場所はある王族の埋葬施設とされてたんだが、実質そりゃ調査できないって話だ。見返りも業績も求めず大金をつぎ込めるやつなんてまずいない。プロハンターって信頼を得れば金はなんとかなるからな。15の時に特定非営利活動法人を設立して応募の調査と修繕を行った。俺はいつも今俺が必要としているものを追ってる。実はその先にある本当に欲しいものなんてどうでもいいくらいにな。ネットで知り合ってオフ会で意気投合したそいつらはみんな俺より年上で普通の会社員や院生やフリーターだったりした。俺の素性と計画を打ち明けたら連中は法人設立に関わる雑事を進んでこなし、なけなしの生活費から寄付までくれた。念願かなって応募の中に足を踏み入れた時、俺が一番嬉しかったのはずっと願ってた応募の真実を目の当たりにしたことじゃなく、一緒に中へ入ったそいつらと顔を見合わせて握手した瞬間だった。この連中と比べたら応募の真実はただの表さ。大切なものは欲しいものより先に来た。
今は何を追ってるの？世界で一番高い木で1784メートルあるって。
うん、それは間違ってない。だがこの木の真実は成長の止まった若木だ。栄養が足りなくてこれしか育たなかった世界樹なんだ。お前もよく知ってる世界地図さ。お前や会長が戦ったアリも外側から来た外来種。学校じゃ教えてくれない真実だ。常識のある大人はあえてパンドラの箱に触れまいとしている。俺たちが知ってるこの世界はとてつもなく大きな世界のほんの一部だってことになる。ある時代のある地域の選ばれた人間はあっちに行ってきた記録を遺物に残してる。分かったか？ 俺が欲しいものは今も昔も変わらない。目の前にない何かだ。外へ行くために必要なものは多い。出発するまでだけで最低4つある。俺はまだこの中の1つも手に入れてない。だが別に急いでいない。道中を楽しんでる最中だ。だからもしお前の行き先が将来俺と重なるようなら、道草を楽しみ、大いにね。欲しいものより大切なものがきっとそっちに転がってる。
ジン、これカイトに頼まれてたんだ。ジンに返しておいてくれって。
ああ、そうか。
その時の傷がまだ中に残ってるんだ。わっ、心のままに
I get it. On the bed. He looks so much better. Get out of that room! I'm gonna take you out of this room! What? What was this one? Oh. What? Oh. Ought to get.
道草を楽しめ。大いにね。欲しいものより大切なものがきっとそっちに転がってる。
Guys, we finished it.
It took like an hour.
Yeah.
To
calm down.
Yeah, I don't feel prepared.
Usually we honestly like I honestly feel like all the longer shows somehow like last episode it also filmed before going away.
Yeah,
like,
somehow it happens.
I honestly
this.
think that like it
yeah.
usually happens like that. So like we usually leave the review
until after we come back.
Exactly. So like we usually
time.
have at least few days, a week or something to collect our thoughts, to calm ourselves and things like that. And this time we took an hour. So good luck to us and to you listening to us. Honestly.
I just...
Because you mentioned many times during the past episode, this episode, the intro, this episode and previous episode, like you mentioned, like, we'll talk more about the Ging at the end, like the entire episode, not the entire, but like there were moments in this episode when like something was said and I was like, Lola taking notes when Ging said something, Lola taking like notes what she's gonna say about Ging afterwards.
Like it's funny, like this last episode was basically just like kind of Gon and Ging. And like I thought it was so beautiful and like such a perfect way to end the show. Like to just recap everything and bring everything together. I thought it was so well done. So like jokes on me. I'm like, my god, a full episode of Ging. I thought it would be a rough one, you know?
Yeah, that's my favorite part. Again, I think we talked about that like in every show or something like that, how we loved it. Like last episode is not very plot related.
No.
But like it's more a gift to the viewers, basically, like where our characters are and where they end up and like what the future holds or something like that, you know?
And what everything meant so
exactly,
until now.
Exactly, like what the message of the show is and things like that.
Yeah.
And I feel like this show has done that very well, like perfectly. I really enjoyed and like the last episode, but like also the whole arc, I feel like the whole last arc has somehow been a love letter to the show as well.
Yeah.
Like not just this episode, even though this episode concluded the whole show in general.
Yeah.
But like, yes, that's what I want to say. Like,
everything was just like about wrapping things up.
That's what I want to say. From like at one side, I do understand like why this arc wouldn't be. Somebody would say it's not a real arc, even though it was, because it did have the plots, and things like that. But like somehow it felt like basically just for the viewers. Like everything that did happen, even the plot with Ging. Like I mean, Leorio punched him for the love of God, and everybody cheered and said how Ging is a horrible part. Basically everything that like we wanted to happen in this last chapter, it did happen. Yeah. And like I can say for both, like we have enjoyed it thoroughly.
It was such a beautiful arc, and it I guess like it felt so much, so much more lighthearted than the previous one. Like I think that's why, because like the Chimera Ant arc, I think like I guess just like now by seeing this arc in contrast to it, my god, the Chimera Ant arc was so dark and heavy. It was so,
I think, so serious as well.
Yeah, like it was so like it was the most serious arc of this show, it feels
and
like. And
it lasted for so long.
Yeah.
But,
like
now,
the weight of it was tremendous.
Yeah, that now somehow when we went back to the reality, like the Hunter x Hunter that we knew, which wasn't easy at all. Like most of us, our characters, like have some tragic backstory or something tragic happened to them or to somebody they loved, which let's say in Leorio case inspired them, like, or those things that happened were reasons why they were on this path that they were and why they met each other and things like that. It was not heavy. It was, especially let's say Kurapika's arc.
I mean, Kurapika's here looking for eyes of his dead clan. That is not heavy.
Exactly. So like most of them have some tragic backstories, but like somehow this the Chimera arc felt to me very serious, like very reality, in the real world, like they made so many connections. It was great, honestly. But like somehow when we went back, I'm not gonna say it seemed like a child's play, but like I forgot that they are children while watching that arc. I forgot that like we have watched our 12-year-olds.
Yeah, because like every episode, like they somehow mention, like someone's gonna mention the ants in passing, and like every time I think, my god, you just say it. as if it's like, oh well, and I'm like, this was life changing.
Yeah.
Like no one in the fucking arc understood the heaviness of the end arc, like a Chimera end arc. Like no one, they were just like mentioning, oh yeah, the fucking ends, as if it was fucking nothing, you know, because like for them, nothing. Like our guys were the ones that dealing with that, and it just like it passed by everyone else. Like it was so. It felt like you can't explain it to them. You didn't go through what we went through. I went through fucking war. You were not there. Like that's how that arc felt. And so like this arc was just like it was kind of back to the basics.
Basically,
like literally with Gon just being this carefree, cheerful
smiling
kid,
yeah.
Which again, like I feel like there has to be things that we need to address within his psyche, the things that he went through. Like if you face death, you know, like if you nearly died, you're gonna be impacted by that. Like not even talking about the fact that you brutally killed someone, like punch by fucking punch. Like it was not just, we have seen murder in the show. Every other murder felt easier, you know, and he's just like this happy-go-lucky kid. And so like it makes you wonder, is this something that needs to be addressed in terms of like he is not processing these things, or if he is just like, or if there is like something in him that's like, maybe, how do I explain it? Something that I would consider dark. Like similarly to how when Hisoka was choking him in like that one episode, you know, and he like smiled at that. That was like always very fucking concerning.
Yeah, but like even...
that question like still is open with him. Like we, in that manner, we didn't really fully finish Gon's storyline.
Yeah, we didn't finish him at all.
Yeah.
In that regard.
Yeah.
I mean, even in my opinion, like we have seen him fight for people so many times, fight for justice so many times. We have seen him before that like not even close to killing somebody. Like he was the kid that like would never, let's say, you would say he would that's the thing that like with us, like you would say that he would never kill anybody. So like that's why in some ways we always talked about like how if he were to kill somebody, that would be so impactful on him as well. So like maybe it's different because like he thinks that like Pito was too far gone. You know, like there was not evil in her, you know?
I mean, I think he didn't consider chimeras to be human or whatever, because like his first kill was a chimera, and like it was never a big deal for him, you know what I mean? He never struggled with it.
Yeah,
like
but
we
like
saw that one that he killed.
Yeah, but like even for that, he was like, because like he was not, there was nothing good in him, let's say. Because later when he saw Mellow, you know, he saw there was something good in him, you know, like he would never, it's not like he didn't see them as humans, but like he saw these ones as psychopaths that like...
Yeah, but like I think personally, I think also there is something dark about you making that judgment about someone and then executing their death sentence because like you view them as such. You know, we don't know if that like chimera had capacity for empathy, sympathy, or whatever. Gon just like made that decision and we never looked back.
No, that's the thing, because like in my opinion, even that chimera was different in some ways than Pito. Just because like that was fight, like either you kill him or either he kills you or something like that. I think that in that moment you don't really make a judgment, oh, are you worth saving or are you worth killing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like with Pito, he did make that decision to kill her, you know? I'm just like thinking, is that the same case? Like is he thinking, oh, she was pure evil, like nothing could have helped her and she would kill millions of others, so like I don't think he had that in his mind at all. I just thought it was not about like whether she's good or bad or anything. I thought it was just about the fact that simply she killed Kite, thus she is gonna die. Yeah, but like in my opinion at the same time now he should have, that's why I'm saying like now it's not about that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he did that, but like now, after you have killed her and after you have survived, now maybe you think of the things that like you have done.
Definitely.
That's why
That's what I mean. Yeah.
If he's still nice, doesn't matter, I killed her for that. Like, is he explaining himself in his mind? Oh, she
deserved
pure.
it.
That's
whatever.
what I want to say. Like,
yeah. I mean, that's the thing. The storyline that he needs to go through to be able to understand like why he did the things that he did. You know, like how he feels about them.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
Yeah. To me, it's not even like it's understandable at that point why he did them. But like, let's stop now. Let's think now.
Yeah.
About the things that we have done.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I agree.
We have crossed so many lines. Like,
yeah.
It's not that it's just merciful. It's not that he's just murdered her.
Yeah.
He punched her and punched her and punched her and punched her.
Yeah. I mean,
he
again,
gave his life. He gave to kill her.
Yeah, and so like that is very dark that you're willing to like give
Kite.
your life to kill someone. You know what I mean? Like you're not like giving your life to save someone.
Yeah, but
you're
like
giving your life to kill someone to execute some type of revenge.
Yeah, but like again, doesn't matter. Those are all the questions that like they're, in my opinion, are still open. But again, it's for Kite. I don't know how to explain that, but if Pito killed her mother in front or killed Lua in front of him, or like, you know.
Yeah, I agree. Again, like I have always
I know.
I have always resonated that because of the connection with Ging.
But like I would like those I would like even those things in the future if there is anything, you know?
I agree with you because I think a lot of these things, like when you talk about Gon, I feel like anyone right now, like, I mean, I can't wait to read anyone's comments, but like I feel like everyone can write something about Gon and like that can also be true.
Exactly.
There is so much room to discuss his character because you can literally tell me, because like for example the way I see him, like the way that story works in my mind, like with Kite and everything, it all ties back to Ging and some issue about like abandonment and wanting to prove himself to Ging, and that connects with Kite because Kite was Jing's student and everything, and like so he failed to do that, and so thus everything came to a head at that point, like with Pito. Like that is the only way that in my mind I can explain his determination to the point that he wants to kill himself over this. That's the only way that makes sense in my mind.
Yeah, I mean, I in my opinion, like even with the moment, like when he first looked at Ging, like the first word that came out of his mouth were, "I'm sorry for not protecting Kite," you know?
Yeah.
Like because like Kite meant something to Ging, let's say, and Kite meant his connection to Ging in some ways as well.
Yeah.
I feel like those are the things that like are not explicitly said in the show.
Yeah, no.
Which I feel like many people can interpret in different ways, and that's why like those are the things. I mean, it can stay open like this, but like some things I would love if there is a future. I would love, because like it's an interesting story. Like his character is very interesting in my opinion, you know?
Yeah.
Very complex. I just feel like there is a lot of unsaid things.
Yeah, I agree.
Unexplored things about his character.
I agree.
For him to be whole. For you to completely understand him for who he is, to be sure what he's gonna do next, you know?
Because like I think if people want to argue that there is like something, let's say for example, deeply just like dark in Gon, and that like he does not feel remorse for this because like he in his own head has this like idea of what's right and wrong, and so like he is maybe not gonna feel a certain way about the things that he has done. Because like you now at the end, like you don't see him have any reaction to the things that has happened to Pito. And so like people can interpret that in that way, and you really can't say much because a lot of it is just still open to how you want to see it and how the storyline like works for you. Again, in the future, I would love to have a story where we explore that, maybe even potentially like with a Gon that's older. I think like when you become older, you can maybe better start to understand yourself when you were a kid, because like again, he is still 13 years old. Like it's not shocking if he is still not able to process such strong emotions and where everything, like how everything came to be, because like people as adults just start to uncover the ways that potentially like your upbringing, your childhood, your parents, like in what way that shaped you, like the things that you do that you don't know stem from somewhere you can just like learn as an adult, you know, by going through some things and understanding.
I completely agree with you. I mean, even with his relationship with the Jing, I feel like a lot of has been not said, you know, like with the way how he feels towards what his Jing done.
Yeah.
You know, like none of that has ever been mentioned. Like it seemed like he was so happy to find his father, to meet his father, so that he would understand why he left him for being a hunter, you know?
Yeah.
But like
again, I mean, that's what they showed in the beginning of the episode, where it's like it must have been something like so great.
Yeah, but like focus has been on that, and it has never really been about Gon's feelings towards him actually leaving him. Like he has had a smile on his face in the first episode where he talked about that, and he has a smile on his face.
Like his eyes were like glowing looking at Jing.
Yeah.
Like basically because like he was looking at the Jing as this, like, how do I say it, like this great man because he is such a good hunter. Like he is such a, it's like how you would look at your idol who you want to be if you were a hunter.
Yeah.
Like Jing is something that you would want to become. Like he's one of the strongest ones. Like I don't know what exists in this world, but like I'm gonna assume Jing is like top 5 hunters.
Yeah.
And so like that's just the way that he looked at him.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, he says like I had Mito, like nothing was missing.
Yeah.
In his life, but like I still feel like as such a young child you can't understand those things, you can't understand what was actually missing in your life, you know.
Yeah.
Like with your father being absent.
Yeah, again, because it's not that it didn't affect you, because you would not grow up to say I want to go become a hunter to see like why my father chose this. Like if you were satisfied, content, why would you need to go and figure it out? You know, you didn't need it. But like he needed it. Again, it's a thing that is very much left open to interpretation.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing. And I don't think the episode like focused at all about their relationship, let's say.
No, you know? Like it kind of let's say explained Jing further. I mean, I don't think we learned anything new, but like it explained in more detail, let's say, what he wants to do. But like, regarding like their personal relationship and like Gon being abandoned, like there was nothing said there. Like Gon didn't ask, oh, why'd you leave me or something like that. It was not framed in such a way. And so again, all those things are very much just open to interpretation, how you want to see it.
The way that, again, even in that episode, like I personally believe Gon wouldn't have went spiral and done all of that if it wasn't for his father. Yeah. But like watching this episode, and like the whole show, you could say that like he's not affected like front-wise because he's standing there and looking at Jing. Like you said, like he's looking at idol, and everything that Jing says, he's smiling. It seems like it makes sense in his mind.
I mean, it seems like, you know, how you think this person in front of you has more knowledge, so you're just gonna, anything that they say goes. You know, you're just like ready to soak up.
Yeah. But
their advice.
Like he understands.
Yeah.
It seems like he understands him, and yet here I think that like he is a 13-year-old child. Can't really understand some things.
Yeah, again, that's just the way that we have viewed Gon's character, because then other things about Gon work better for me, like his whole the dynamic with Kite and everything, and it really makes sense. And so like I really would wish in like 20 years that we get something 10, from honestly. There.
I would like that as well, but like let's not ask for too much. Let's ask for one more arc. You know what I mean?
Like there's other things that take precedence. You know what I mean? Like you have to pick something.
Yeah, but like I love how the episode was done, you know. Like I loved everything. Like, let's say it couldn't be focused on Jing and like again talking about why he left or anything with that, because we're not there yet. We're not there, and God knows when Gon is gonna be there, you know.
If ever,
exactly. But I loved how it was done through the conversation, and actually nice messaging that were made by Jing, basically.
Yeah.
You know. So.
Yeah, just because like I think again it was beautiful. This was like one last adventure, whatever, that Gon had to go on to get to Jing.
Yeah.
And so like while he is running, we just play back all the adventures that he went on, and all the people that he has met, and like how they impacted his life. Like they just like the memories come flashing. And Jing, and like his explanation of like why he liked being a hunter. Like one of the things was that he liked seeing the reaction of other people, sort of like bringing them some type of like joy, purpose, or whatever. Like when he finished that cave, he liked seeing their expressions.
I could have brought some happiness to his child, but like fine.
But like he had that one sentence that like was that was the nail in my coffin in this episode. Like really, because like that was the whole point of this entire fucking show. Like we started episode 1, we're trying to get to Jing, and we get to Jing in episode 148. And there's so many things that happen along the way that were so much more important than us ever finding Jing.
That was my favorite part, especially when he said like, and people you meet along the way are gonna be more important, like why you start, like the reasonings why you started all
and
this.
Like all these like small adventures. Again, like quite literally, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. And like it is like anything in life, you're always like, okay, I'm working towards this thing, like let's say like finishing high school or whatever, something, and like everything that happens in between that is just life. And those are the things that memories. Like make you who you are. Like you on the road to that destination is what your life is. I thought that was such a beautiful sentence to just like wrap everything up. I mean, ridiculous. Like one of my favorite sentences said by Jing. Who would have fucking thought?
No, I honestly adored that.
No, that was that really
that was my
killed me. I mean, that's how they even ended the show. They repeated the fucking sentence, just like to emphasize what it was all about.
Yeah, and you see all
everyone.
Of them.
I really loved that. To talk about Jing, I think he would be a very good and decent guy. You know, like if you met him on the street, like if you were his friend, if you were like friendly with him, whatever, I think he would be...
Nothing we haven't known before.
Yeah.
Like every person, like we talked about that millions of times, every person who has ever met him said like, oh, he's great.
Great,
like,
yeah. He was like literally...
There was a great friend.
No one had basically anything bad to say. I mean, like the Zodiacs, they didn't really like him. But like everyone else like just really had only praise to say about Jing. And like Jing was in no way an evil guy, a bad guy, like nothing of the sorts. Like he was a deadbeat dad. And like I'm explaining this right now because I mean there was just, if you haven't noticed, we kind of didn't like Jing. If you haven't seen that. And like people were like, basically it's always the same thing when we like concentrate on, when we dislike a character that is not the worst character in this show at all. Like they were like, oh, you like the Phantom Troop, you like whoever. At no point am I saying that like Jing is worse than them. Like he is not even like, this show has fucking Hisoka, you know what I mean? Like Jing cannot compare. Jing is not that guy. Like I can forgive murder. I can forgive so many things when I think there's like a background to those choices that kind of were not in the control of the people committing them. Like for Phantom Troop, for example, I think it's very fascinating the upbringing that they had. Like they grew up in Meteor City, and so like immediately that puts them in a very different mind space than anyone else. So awful, they're horrible, they're much worse than Jing, you know. But they are, to me, like that is interesting to me. Being a deadbeat father is not interesting to me. Like that is just simply selfish. Like when you're motivated by such just like selfish reasonings. There's like nothing good behind it. Like that's always gonna make me madder than anyone else that is a much more evil person. And so like then Ging just gets all my anger. I never said that he was a worse person. And I mean everything stands. I like there is nothing for me to retract about Ging. I feel the same way about him as I felt the second that I learned about him. Like nothing has really changed. Like he was very clear from the get-go about who he is and who he isn't. Again, great hunter. They have said this throughout this fucking show. Seems like a decent person, decent friend. Animals love him. And it's still very true that he left his kid and left a fucking map to follow just to avoid his child. I can have no respect from someone like him at all. And that is just like, those are my feelings towards Ging.
I mean, I feel like we have mentioned them many times, explained exactly like
and
this.
And I just like to wrap it up if no one understood.
I mean, the only difference to me is with the way that like I feel like show treated him as well at the end, which is a thing that like that was the only thing that like I had waited to see. Like nothing has changed because like we haven't found out any new information from episode 44, let's say, until episode 144, you know, like all the information that we had on him were exactly correct.
Yeah.
Like all the opinions that we had on him, like we got a confirmation that is exactly who he is. He doesn't pretend to be anybody else. He is who he is. But like I did like that the show in many episodes, especially closer to the ending, like treated him as such. Like explained how he is. Like even Phantom True people didn't get all those cheers because like everybody's cheering how he is a horrible father, you know, or something like that. Everybody's cheering because of that, not because he's a horrible human, in my opinion. The only thing that like I wish, again I say, it was more explored in the show is to show clearly how he fucked up his kid, because I agree. I again think that like your parents are the ones that bring you up to this world. You know, like they are everything to you when you're a kid. Like if anything's
gonna screw you up, it's gonna be your parents.
Or quite the opposite.
Lack of parents.
Exactly. No. I wanted to say, or quite the opposite, like opposite of screw you up. If anything is gonna help you make this life much easier, it could be them as well, you know. It's like I think it all starts from here, and that's where Ging screwed up. Like was it great in my opinion that like he found a perfect person for Ging and put him for Gon and put him in her care. Yes. Did she ask for that? No. That's another topic where he, in my opinion, screwed up another person, you know.
I mean, apparently she did ask. People say that she asked for custody or something.
I
think.
Yeah, okay. She asked for custody because maybe he was never there.
Literally.
The way that like I remembered that scene, if I remember correctly, is that like when Gon was 2 or whatever, he came with a child.
Yeah.
So,
or Mito said that or whatever. Yeah,
that's how I remember it.
I like the fucking custody thing. No one has ever mentioned that in the show. People just mentioned that in our comments. I don't know.
Yeah,
so that's why I just mentioned it.
From what I know from the show is that like I'm not saying she didn't want Gon. That's not what I'm saying. But like,
look, if someone fucking came to my door and left me a fucking kid,
exactly. If my brother has had a child of 2 years that like he wants to leave, I'm not gonna leave the child. I'm gonna take care of it. I'm gonna love it as if it's my own.
Literally.
You know, like it's gonna be most important.
I would curse him out.
But like, am I was I the one who got pregnant and decided to have a child? No, the child's already there.
I suddenly have to bear that.
So like that's why I want to say, even if she fought for custody, I'm not saying I wouldn't fight for custody. You know, to have the child be mine because I'm gonna take care of it as
if you think
mine.
the other person is not gonna be able to take care of it.
Exactly. Why wouldn't I be the legal guardian of the child?
Yeah, because like she legitimately took responsibility for something that was not even her mistake.
Again, that's the only thing that like I feel should have been explored more in the show. You know, but other than that, I'm satisfied because like they didn't make it into something that it was not.
No, I mean, Gon asked him like basically why did you want to be a hunter or whatever, and he said like so that I can see things that are not in front of me.
Yeah.
Like he's like not satisfied with the things that are just in front of him, and like we are standing on top of this fucking tree and you can literally see the earth like it's fucking round. Like that's how high up we are. He sees kind of the entire world. His son is next to him. He's like, I want that with what I cannot see. With Gon, I would fucking offend. Let me tell you, but okay.
But like that's what I that's why I said like when you that's what I mean. Like even if like let's say if he was a character that like we have met in the meantime that has not abandoned his child and caused all this trauma to his child, who later killed. I can go on.
You can.
Yeah, but like if he wasn't, yes, I feel like he would be a fun character because like he's an unusual character. He is a free spirit, free going, wants to find
there
fun.
There is nothing else that I can say negative about him.
Yeah.
Like there is not like if we take Gon out of the equation, the existence of Gon, I mean, literally Jing is just like a free-spirited guy who wants to go and explore and like wants just to see the world further and adventure.
Exactly. If he would be a fun character that we encounter in some moment, like as main characters, like let's say Gon and Killua encountered him and learned something new from him, and like it could have been a fun adventure, but like it wasn't like that. We went on this adventure to find him. And
like he said that like our world is so much bigger than what we think, and there's so many things that like are unknown. I mean, we had fucking chimeras, you know what I mean? Where the fuck did they come from? Yeah. Like there's so many things in this world that you don't know, so he just wants to see, and I think that's great. Like because like he's in no hurry. He's not like, he said it himself, it's not like where you go to, it's just about the road that you take and everything he's gonna encounter on that road. Like I think that sounds like such a great way to live. Yeah. Just like constantly exploring and learning and everything. And like I think that gave Gon even the, let's say, idea, motivation about like what he wants to do, just like to see more of the world. Like I think it's such a great thing to teach him. That's my opinion of Jing. Again, nothing changed since the start where I heard that he abandoned his son. There were many things that you learn about him through the show, but like that thing still did not change. Like nothing changed my opinion about that thing. And that's just it. That's just all I can tell you about Jing, really. I don't know what their relationship is gonna look like now going forward. Yeah. Again, I don't think that like manga exists for that. Again, if like Kurapika is kind of the main one, I don't see where Gon would fit into that arc.
I'm not sure if I'm not sure if Gon, Killua, Laura, nobody's gonna appear in the next arc. Because like
I don't know, like no one said that. People just like I think said that like Kurapika is basically the main character of this arc, and like I can't. Just like how, you know, Gon and Killua went on their own, like there was no Leorio and Kurapika. I just think like now it's gonna be Kurapika, and there's no, like, Gon is doing his own thing apparently without Nen. I think like it's weird that I had to learn about his Nen because like someone commented like on the previous episode and basically like said, again, I'm just mentioning this because it's not in the anime, just so you know, like he basically doesn't have Nen. Like how is that not a thing to mention to me in the anime? Like I don't understand that.
Then I don't consider it like
canon.
I mean, I never heard anything about it. Like if we get in 5 years, if we get and we found out that Nen doesn't have that Gon doesn't have Nen, that's fine then, you know. Like, they just decided to finish this anime without any mention of that, which
I mean they said like Pito said that like while he was attacking her that he is like giving all his Nen up basically. So like at that point they tell you, but like if that's
maybe
that was the way they told you.
from that moment I did wonder constantly.
Yeah, we thought that he was not gonna, because like, there's gonna be repercussions to that. To the thing that he done. Yeah, it's like I don't know what their relationship is gonna. I wonder, like, we saw Gon at the end now with Kite and the rest of his group. Like, I thought he was gonna maybe end up there because he was speaking to Kite and he said that, like, basically the way that he wants to apologize is like by, you know, being near him and like learning and helping him and everything. And so, like, at the end, he is standing there with them.
No, which I really liked, considering, again, that, like, we now see Gon on another adventure, like, with other people. And, like, God knows what's new gonna come and what new things he's gonna learn and, like, new friendships he's gonna make. I really like that. Like, I think that was such a nice ending, in my opinion.
Me too.
I mean, we saw all our characters at the end in that moment.
Every time they fucking showed Kurapika, that was like, I don't know,
nail in the coffin.
No, I did not know what to do there. Like, literally every fucking second you show me him, I feel unwell about him. Like, I literally could cry right now just thinking about him. It makes sense that, like, he is, where the fuck is he gonna show up from? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he clearly just has a lot of things happening to him right now. And like, we saw him in the room that we have seen him before, and he is in front of the eyes, which, like, having that added context to the scene where he see him in 140, like when Lori is calling him, just makes the whole scene that much worse. Just because, again, that is the weight of the things that he is doing right there in front of him. Like, the way that I want him to stop, like, I just want him to live his life and not just, like, live his life trying to honor his clan, because, like, I think it weighs so heavy. Like, I think that it's so fucking difficult. Like, I don't even know mentally how he is coping with this, you know? And like, so, like, that breaks my heart for him.
No, I really loved how they showed him, and I love that they showed what he is doing. It is very tragic, but, like, from scene from in 140, it seemed that he is mentally in a very dark space, not only
physically, he's in a very dark room.
But, like, we knew that from the beginning. We saw him even mentally before that, regarding Crawler, and when he was searching for them, you know. So, like, he's not gonna stop until he finishes it off.
No, I mean, that's like they left it in terms of, like, that's the thing that we could follow next, because, like, that is the storyline that's, let's say, most unfinished.
But like, I really loved, again, that they showed where he is right now at this point. Again, it breaks my heart, but, like, I feel like it brings you right back into a moment where you last left him. I don't explain that. Like, before that, like, we were talking about what he's really doing. What do you mean what he's doing? He's searching for the eyes of his clan. How can he be okay? How can he... Oh, let's visit Gon in the hospital. Let Gon come.
He doesn't even know that Gon is in the hospital. But, like, he picked up no calls.
Yeah, but, like, even if he did, in my opinion, he is not in a mental capacity to now and go
offer comfort.
To offer a reunion, a hug, anything, you know? So, like, all our kids need to go to him.
Literally.
You know what I mean?
Pack up, guys. Fucking pack up and go.
What do you mean him coming to our guys? Like, I think that was a nail in my coffin, because, again, just, like, brought me immediately back to Phantom Troop Park, to everything that, like, we have gone through, him, how he has felt when he killed the guy. I don't remember his name now. Uva. When he killed Uva, when he, like, everything, when he stopped Crawler, when all of it, you know?
Yeah.
Just, like, immediately brings you back, and, like, it somehow I didn't expect it, like, it broke me in that moment. But, like, again, not only him, I really liked seeing all, like, our characters. Like, usually at the end, like, when we get those montages, those are, like, one of my favorite things to see in a show, you know. I mean, at the end of a show, because, again, you see all the characters that, like, you cared at some point during the show, and you see where they are. We didn't get a reunion between the cult.
No, we did not.
That's the only thing that, in my opinion, was
I'm imagining we
missing,
could have seen him in front of that door.
Just like for a second.
Just draw it.
Yeah.
Why didn't you?
That's what I want to say. I feel like that is the only thing that like is missing there, you know? Okay, we didn't see Melody, but like there was nothing for Melody. See, I've seen her 5 times. I'm more than fine. I'm more than okay with that. You know?
You can get. Yeah. Like, let's be real
exactly.
Now.
But like we saw all the characters that we cared for. Even at some point we saw the hands from Meruem and...
the second Komugi.
And Komugi.
The second that they went to the place, I knew what they were about to show us, and I was like, my God. Again, I love that every fucking bit, every arc that you connect, and like those two were half of the fucking show, you know what I mean? Like that arc was half of this show. And so like I really like that we have even seen that. Like it's great for me how like so many arcs feel like in a way spin-offs. Like it doesn't even seem to me like this is one show. Like it seems like so many little shows in one. Like the Chimera Ant arc was like a story in of itself. Like it was the themes of it, the darkness of it. The story that's so different. Yet. Literally.
Like I would love to explore. I would still like to have more things with. No, sorry, Izvini.
You were talking Phantom?
I thought Phantom. I went to Phantom. Like, I would still like to see more Phantom Troop. I would still like to get to know all of them more. Now even Kaluto is there. I would love that. I would love that story to be connected to Killua and Anuka. I would love to see all of that, you know?
Yeah.
I loved seeing all of that. I would love to see all of that. And again, all those things are happening simultaneously. Like while Gon and Killua were on this Chimera Ant arc, like our boy Kurapika now he has like 10 eyes. He collected 10 eyes. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
no, like
all of them are
having
these
things. Like I would love to see again to connect with Killua. I would love to see again Illumi and that whole dynamic. I think that would be so fucking interesting. Like there's so many things. I want to see Crollo. Where the fuck is the rest of the Phantom Troop people with Kaluto? Like I just think all of those things are so interesting like I would love to see so much more of it. Unpopular opinion, but like Hisoka, I don't need to see Hisoka. Hisoka just a fucking creep. I can't.
I honestly don't. I think Hisoka is like half.
What do you mean?
I don't think we're in a minority. I think it's half, honestly.
Maybe it's just like I feel like their
voice,
the comments, even in the beginning, like for Hisoka, like I thought Hisoka was gonna have a much more, let's say, deeper storyline, because like even my friend that like I have talked to that watched the show, she was like, oh, Hisoka, so yeah, and I was like, having finished this show, Hisoka is like not even in the top 10 of like the more interesting characters for me. He is like fucking, he is a pedophile. What the fuck am I gonna do with that? And he is, I mean, again, unless there's more backstory in the manga as to how he is the way that he is, or like something like why he is, there's nothing for me to grab onto. He's just a psychopath that enjoys murder. There is not much to it. You know? Honestly, I think every single other character there are a lot more characters with more depth, and like with Hisoka, he's just like fucking creep. I don't know.
I mean, we have not at least found out. Maybe some of his scenes, like let's say, look cool or were fun to watch at some points or something like that. But
no, I mean it's fun to watch how psychotic he is.
Yeah, but it doesn't make a character very interesting in my opinion. Like, I feel like Illumi was 10 times more interesting than him. Like, I feel like most of the characters, at least to me, again, he has probably cool scenes and fun scenes to watch, and like that's okay. But like other than that, I didn't see much depth to it.
No, me neither.
I was never that interested in his character.
No, because like I hear him like listing all the things that I want more of. Like, I don't, but like he doesn't need to show up at all.
I feel like even in this episode, like there was a montage of previously when he was previously. I even commented something negatively, meaning like I don't need you.
Literally,
get out.
Literally.
So yeah, I agree with you completely. That I don't know if it's an unpopular opinion, but like
I don't know. I was thinking based on the comments, I'm like I don't get it.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't have to get it. Like, people...
We have what they do.
Yeah, we have different opinions.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, people don't understand my love for Kurapika. Like, they can't... Like, it's literally not the same, but just like, people like, I don't understand why you love Kurapika that much. Say same thing about Hisoka with other people, apparently. I don't know. Could you rate them now? Could you, like, place them?
You really want to place Kurapika number 1?
Well, I'm just like, I don't think... I feel like my number 1 is known. I'm just like, the rest...
I don't think I will place them just because like I really adore all of them. I adore my boy Killua. I don't know why I'm doing this even. But like I adore Killua. I adore every single storyline of them.
Me too.
Like all the characters?
No, not all. Just like give me 5. Like top 5 characters of the show.
I never thought of it. Say it.
No, I mean I don't know. Like I can just like name the 4 boys. Our 4 boys.
Exactly.
Like I can just like name that, and everything else. Like depending on where we are, I can have like different answers. I don't know. I can't.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, but like the way how you asked me, I had the feeling that like you prepared the answer, and that's why I was like, why didn't you ask me before for me to prepare the answer?
No,
I have no idea.
I didn't prepare the answer. I just think every time when we finish a show, we were like, okay, give me your top. So like I was just. I
think this show is completely different, just because like it had so
no
many.
No one is all in the show.
That's what I want to say. Like it had completely different arcs, where completely different characters stood out in some moments, let's say. I would put our 4 boys at
top 4.
Top 4 of the ones that like I by far care the most.
Yeah.
I honestly don't think anything has changed for me during the show. Like I don't think like Gon. I adore I adore Gon, but like I still think Kurapika has a better story than him. Like I could not place Gon above Kurapika in my opinion. Honestly, like even though I adore all of them. I adore Leorio, for the love of God. I adore him.
I think that just says the like how loved they are. That like Leorio is my number 4, and like how the fuck is he my number 4? I love him more than life. Like, but like where do I place him? You know?
That's what I want to say. Other than that, you put so much pressure on this.
Like it's again, it's the only version is number 5, because like number 4 we know, and like I think I don't know. I will place Meruem number 5.
Yeah, I'm not gonna choose number 5.
I feel like we know your number 5 actually.
Which one?
Melody. Just say it's Melody and move on.
It's just because, like, in my opinion, it would be different if I were naming now the best characters of the show, because like then Leorio, let's say, wouldn't be on that list. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
What?
Yeah.
So like, how can I put Meruem?
It always has to be like some type of balance between like how good and like how loved they are.
Exactly. So like that's why I'm saying like, how can I put Meruem on the same list as Leorio? Like, how can I put him under him, but in my opinion, Meruem is such a better character, such a better those two can compare.
Yeah.
But like again, I love Leorio by far more. Like love can't compare.
Poor Boob, I asked you this question, I short circuit your brain. I was like, oh, we always do that. By the end, like, oh, what are your favorite characters?
Yeah, but like if I were to put one of the most impactful, sure, Meruem would be one, but like I feel like Crawler would be as well. Like,
Crawler, I feel like is very high up for me.
Exactly, but like we had him for 20 episodes.
But like an impact.
Yeah,
he
but
created
like
such an impact.
then I make completely different list.
I know, it's a problem because like,
then if I go by love, maybe Knuckle is number 5. You know what I mean?
Literally,
I adore that boy.
Knuckle and Morel. What do you want me to do with that? I love those boys. Loved them.
Am I putting Crawler above them? No. But like then different lists.
I know, it's difficult. That's why we don't make lists.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we shouldn't have started this from the first place, you know?
God, guys, can you believe we finished? We live in the world where we know. Where we know
and yet so much is unknown.
And we know nothing.
Yeah, but like let's say for manga, I would read manga, but like I would read it maybe when Kurapika's arc at least finished.
Yeah, like it's still ongoing.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't right now open it just because like there is not even the whole stories. I would wait until that's finished and then maybe I would read manga.
I would
I mean, I have never read it. I don't even know how it's written. Like
I just know you read it from the opposite side.
Exactly.
That's all
but
I
like, do you read
mangas.
it from down or from up?
No, you read it from side. You read it like this.
Okay, but
like the paper is like this, and I think from up and you just go like this.
And down and down and down, and then you're... Okay.
Yeah, I think
then
that's
it's not that hard, then it's pretty similar.
I don't think it's that difficult. I just think it's like, it's not usually how we read anything.
That's fine.
It's
that's
just
fine.
like you just go opposite.
Why?
I don't know. That is a good question. Why? Well, it's like, why do the English drive on the left side of the road? I don't fucking know. They were just like, let's read like this. I don't know.
Like, is it like manga in Japan, right?
Yeah.
Like, is it in Japan everything read like that? Then that's okay then.
I don't think so.
Then why? You know what I mean?
This is... I lack knowledge in this.
Because
no one has taught me
if the books in Japan are read like that, then
I don't know. I actually do not know.
Then that's the same comparison as why they write on the left side. You know what I mean? But like now...
I actually have no idea. Manga? Honestly, I have no idea.
Interesting.
I don't know. I have no answer
We'll
for that.
see if we're gonna... We'll see.
One day it's a book club.
One day it's a...
Just like a review of the manga.
Maybe. You never know, honestly.
If we have to wait long enough. Like, let me just tell you.
Exactly.
And it's Kurapika's story.
Tell us
Tell
us how much it has already been written.
They have told us this, I keep forgetting.
I have not read that comment. I have read it. I have read all the comments like, oh, it's Kurapika's story. Oh, it's writing. They like it come.
Why do I feel like people say like maybe 70 more chapters or something?
Okay, then I don't know what it means.
Me neither. I'm just saying.
Is it like 5 more years, or like a year more, or like 6 months more, or like 3 more years?
No. I think 70 has already been published.
Oh, okay, but like if you don't know how many...
I don't think they know how long it's supposed to be.
Okay.
No, I don't think anyone tells you that.
Because like maybe it's 70 more.
Maybe we're not even halfway through.
Yeah. That's
How's my boy doing? I mean, don't tell me, but like... No, I cannot believe we live in a world where we have finished this.
Yes.
I don't know what to do. I will forever love them. Okay. I will, if I ever see their face, I'm gonna cry. Like, I'm gonna look at this t-shirt and start fucking crying.
I would want another t-shirt.
I want like the picture that Leorio has on his table. Yes. I want that on my forehead.
Yes.
I want, like, it reminded me of, like, you know, how Full Metal finished.
Yeah.
And the most perfect fucking show in existence. The way that it finished, just like in future, all of them, like, in just like this picture.
Love that.
That picture somehow reminded me of that. Yeah. That's it, guys. Can you believe? That's it. Thank you for sticking with us. Yes. The longest that you have ever had to stick with us, I think. It's been a while. It's been a while. And it's been 2 episodes a week.
Yes.
You have asked for more. We have never given you more. But it's just how we roll. We're not gonna change it. It has been such a joy.
I loved every second of it. I loved every comment that you made. Not every, probably, but like, loved all the interactions that we had with you guys.
You have a poll, and we'll see what wins that. Be
careful how you walk.
But we'll see you then next week.
I honestly don't think I even like care that much. Meaning,
you're making a meme of that.
That's what I want to say, because like I expect I'm really gonna love both shows. Yeah. It's just like one is fun and the other is less fun. You know, I mean, when I say less fun, less pleasant, maybe more tears, maybe darker, exactly.
And like they're playing volleyball. It's not really life or death.
Exactly.
You know? So, I played volleyball. Sometimes I want to kill people, really, but like I didn't.
Exactly, so that's why I choose that one, but like I'm gonna enjoy both. But now it's more fun because I won that one. So, you know?
And people are just gonna be to spite you.
But like even that's fun, you know what I mean?
I think that's very funny to me. That's very funny.
Fun. So yeah,
that's it, guys.
That's it.
Thank you so much for watching.
We'll see you maybe.
Sometimes.
Maybe.
Oh my god, like maybe in like 5 years.
Or
let's all hope.
With the manga club. God knows, you never know.
That, like, guys, let's be realistic. That's not.
There is always 1% chance, and I'm gonna give you that.
No, like, don't even get their hopes up. It's not gonna happen at all. Just like know that.
If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen because of her.
Sure. How long have we said we're gonna react to movies? Where is that, please? So
that's it.
Thank you for watching.
Bye.